Uber drivers are essentially exploited workers whose labor is commoditized by capitalists who profit from that labor. It just so happens they also have to take on a lot of extra risk by using their personal vehicle to drive for that massive corporation Uber, and they don't get any of the benefits of being an employee, like earning overtime or other such benefits. In fact, they kind of get the worst of both worlds. They have to take a lot of risks in driving their own vehicle, but they don't get the profits from owning the platform. And I know there was a time when taxi drivers could kind of be petty bourgeoisie. If you owned your own car, you could become a taxi driver, get the license and all that, and go around and run your own little taxi business. But those days are kind of over now. Being a driver and picking up passengers, thanks to this gig economy, thanks to this new model that Uber and other such companies have brought into the market, drivers have become proletarianized in essence. And there is really no more opportunity for someone to become a member of the petty bourgeoisie from driving their own cab around. I mean, there are probably a few exceptions here and there, but again, that's just phenomenon. In essence, driving today is a gig worker situation where you do not own the platform, therefore you do not own the essential means of production. And again, speaking as someone who drove for Uber for over a year, it sucks. You put a lot of wear and tear on your car, and if, say, for instance, just a hypothetical example, some drunk asshole throws up on your seat at 2 a.m. when it's prime driving time to bring all the drunks home when you're supposed to be making your most money, Uber might reimburse you for vacuuming, but they won't pay you for that time you lost driving, and they certainly won't compensate you if you get sick from dealing with biohazardous waste from that miserable experience. What you have to understand is that Uber and other such gig economy corporations want you to think of gig workers as entrepreneurs because framing things that way benefits the capitalists tremendously. Again, not only do the workers lose class consciousness by thinking that they're part of the petty bourgeoisie or the capitalist class, Uber also has basically figured out a way to operate a taxi company without any of the downsides of owning taxis. They have taken a gig that could have provided someone the perks of owning their own means of production and proletarianized it, and in that process only made things worse for workers while enriching themselves. Classic dick move by capitalists.